Welcome to this lecture on duct fabrication. Duct fabrication is required to conform to one or more of three standards, namely the Indian standard IS 655, the American standard SMACNA, that is Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning Contractors National Association, and the European standards DW. We shall review IS 655 in this lecture. Galvanized steel sheet is the most commonly used material for duct fabrication. For special applications, for example, clean rooms, aluminum or stainless steel may also be used. IS 655 recommended sheet thickness depends on the size of the duct as shown on this slide. Depending on the weight of zinc in grams per square meter, we have different classes of coating as shown on this slide. Class 8 zinc coating, that is 120 GSM, is found adequate for most of the applications. In case aluminum is to be used, the table on this slide lists preferred sheet thickness based on duct size. The pressure classification of ducts is shown on this slide. The pressure is in units of Pascal. In case of a rectangular duct, the length of the longer side of duct cross section in millimeter and its pressure classification would determine the recommended galvanized steel sheet thickness, again in millimeters. Here's an example of a duct system using rectangular ducts of 20 inch by 25 inch. The larger dimension is 25 inch or 625 millimeter. The duct pressure drop in the critical path is 1 inch water column or 250 pascals. The ducts therefore get classified as low pressure ducts. The recommended thickness of GS sheet is therefore 0.6 millimeter as shown on this slide. The recommended minimum size of angle iron flanges is 25 millimeter and 25 millimeter by 3 millimeter, and their maximum spacing is 3640 millimeter as shown on this slide. This brings us to the end of the lecture on duct fabrication, which is an introduction to the subject. Please note that the market for ducts is so huge that duct fabrication is highly automated and typically in manufacturing plants devoted exclusively to duct fabrication. In the next lecture, we will review the different types of fans used to drive air through a duct network. Thanks for watching.